Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today because today's the first day of the Stuff Your Kindle event put on by a bunch of romance authors. If you don't know about this event, which I'm assuming if you click on this video you do, but if you don't, a bunch of authors get together a few times a year and they list a lot of their books as pretty much free $0 on Amazon, the Kindle version of their books. I've seen a couple videos on the subject already say that this is like an Amazon event. It's not Amazon event. It is romance authors, indie self-published romance authors doing this for the community. It's a great way to get their name out there and be part of the community. It's a great event. I love it. This is like the second or third time that I will be taking in some books. Again, this happens a few times a year. This time around, it is starting on Wednesday, September the 20th, all the way into Friday, September the 22nd. So if you happen to watch this video after the fact, don't worry. I believe there might be another Stuff Your Kindle Day in December, but if not, it happens every now and then. Don't worry about it. This event is mostly for indie self-published authors. Don't expect for traditionally published romance books to be up for this event. You don't need Kindle Unlimited to participate. I know that's a question that gets thrown around a lot. This is not Kindle Unlimited specific. This is just go to Amazon.com, download a book or an ebook for free essentially, and you keep it forever. You don't have to return it. It is yours forever. It's like buying an ebook, but it costs nothing. That's it. Anywhere that you have the Kindle app, that's where you would read the book. I do know that some authors also put their books free on other platforms like Android or Nook. I'm not sure how those work. I have an iPhone and I have a Kindle, and that's where I read my ebooks. A lot of people are also online talking about this event, so you can probably find someone else to answer any questions that I can answer. So the goal for this video is to go through the list of books, and I will download and buy the ones that I want, and I'll come back and give you my little haul of what I've taken in. It might be 10 books, it might be 50 books. There's a lot. I got an email this morning from the website, from the newsletter, and apparently there's over 2,400 books for free to download. That's amazing. That's insane. That's like you can get a book a day and still have others to look through. So in order to access these books, you have to go to romancebookworms.com. Highly recommend that you do this on an actual web browser, on your PC, on your laptop. Going through your phone, the formatting might be weird. I'm not sure how that works. They recommend that you go through like an actual web browser, like on the website itself, because it's just cleaner that way. So once you go to the website, I will link it down below. You will see like a top bar of a bunch of links, and it's, I believe, get free books for a limited time. I'll put like a picture here, and when you hover over that, there'll be like a drop down that says Stuff Your Kindle. Again, there's other options for other devices that you can like stuff, like Androids or whatever. Again, I'm not super sure how those devices work. You go there, you click on the link, and you're pretty much like ready to go. On the website, there will be like a kind of introduction paragraph, and if you keep scrolling down below, you'll see all these romance books separated by like sub romance categories. YA romance, there'll be paranormal romance, all this kind of stuff. And I think they also have romance separated by like BIPOC authors, queer romances, romance with disability rep, stuff like that, and you're good to go. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's really easy. If you have Kindle Unlimited, make sure when you buy the books that you're buying the books, not like borrowing them from Kindle Unlimited. I think that's pretty much it. It's Wednesday through Friday. The books are free. They're indie self-published authors. Download these books from a web browser, not from your phone or whatever, just for security, safety purposes. I don't know how the formatting is going to look on a mobile device. I think that's pretty much it for the event. If you have questions, of course you can ask down below. Other people might be able to get back to you. I'm hoping that this video will go up Thursday evening, so at least if you catch this video by Friday, the event will still be going on. What I'm looking for is paranormal stuff. I love paranormal romance. I'm looking specifically for orc stuff. I love orcs romances. I don't know why, I do. With the exception of a like Mercy Thompson, Ilona Andrews, Kate Daniels type of situation, I'm not really looking for series. Some authors are very generous and they'll put entire series or a good chunk of their series free to read. I don't want a series. I want standalones. Maybe companion books is fine as well, but of course, since the books are free, like you know, if something seems really interesting to me and it's like the first book in a series, sure, why not? But that's what I'm looking for. Sapphic stuff is always really well done. I've been looking for sapphic monster romance, because you don't usually get like females as a monster in monster romance. Yeah, I'm so down for everything. I'm gonna go through all these books. It's gonna be a lot, but hopefully this video will be up soon. I will be back. Sorry if you've heard snoring. My pug's like super, he's a heavy breather, so peace. Hi everyone, welcome back. So I've looked through pretty much almost everything. To be fair, I only really looked through the genres that I thought I'd had an interest in, so like I kind of skipped. I think they had like a chicklet type section. I didn't really look too much into the rom-com section. That's not something that I typically enjoy, so I didn't think I'd spend so much time looking through there, and it's a lot of books. I spent hours, like so long of my time yesterday and a little bit of this morning going through sections to make sure I looked through everything with a good amount of, you know, scrutiny. I've read so many summaries in such a short amount of time, it's crazy. But yes, I managed to get my hands on about 28, I think it's 28 ebooks. I think this year was good. I have heard some criticisms, and I know that they're free books, so you know, whatever, but that there could have been more diverse reads, and that's like always something I think that should be brought up. So I hope there's not too much pushback from the authors with readers in regards to diversity. Again, these are free books. Most of these authors you probably never heard of, so like complaints of like, well, I don't know any of these people, I don't like that criticism, but criticisms about diversity is always something that should be welcomed. I got about 28 books, mostly in the fantasy, paranormal, urban space, which is something that that's like my bread and butter. So hopefully this video gets up by at least Friday, so if you watch this you can see what I got, and maybe you want to get your hands on it too, or you can check out these books on your own time before the event is over. Again, this will happen sometime in the future. It happens about 3 or so times a year, and these books are always available. They're just free for today, but if you are really interested in some of these and you don't mind paying like a few dollars for the ebook, it's there. Most of these authors are indie self-published, so I don't expect most of these ebooks to be normally over $5. And again, I do recommend going to Amazon, going through the book section, going through whatever genre that you typically enjoy, and then switching over to the ebook category and see what is available for free there. I hear that some authors mark down their books alongside the books that are part of the romance bookworms, like free books, and I found like 2 books that way this morning. I noticed that there weren't a lot of like steampunky books or gas lamp fantasy books that caught my eye in the sale, so I just went on my own time earlier today and I found like 2 that were marked down as free that I didn't see on the website. So yeah, that's always an option as well. You can do that any time of the year, to be honest. So yeah, remember to double check that they're marked down as free. I saw some books that I clicked on that they were not marked down, so I did not get them. Remember to double check. It says discounted, and it's like the full rate, and it comes down to 0.00. Keep that in mind. But yeah, I won't get into too many of the summaries. I won't get into any summaries really, because it's a lot. I don't want to spend a lot of time describing books that I don't really know much about, from authors that I really don't know much about. It would probably boil down to me saying, oh yeah, this sounded interesting, it's like a fantasy romance. Let me get into it. It's 28 titles. I try to keep them in like the subgenres that they're listed in on the website. So I didn't get too many YA books. I don't read a ton of YA romance as of late, but I did get 2. I got Kingdoms of Curses and Lies by various authors. I think this was like a short story collection, which I always like getting my hands on. And then I also got Taste of Vampire by D.S. Murphey. I thought the cover looked cool. There were some keywords in like the summary that caught my eye. As far as mystery with romantic elements, I only got 2 in this one as well. I got A Study in Steam by Stephanie K. Clemens. The title leads me to believe it's kind of like Sherlock inspired. I also got MyrtleWood Mysteries 1-3 by Iris Beaglehole. I mentioned that I didn't want to get too many series, but a lot of these were like parts of series, so I kind of had to like amend my expectations, and I try to only get books that are like kind of companion-y series, or if it sounded really good, I'll try it. But there were a lot of books in a series. For historical romance, I only got 3. A lot of them were very like standard Regency stuff, which is fine. I'll read one of those every now and then, but I'd rather listen to those on audiobooks. So I didn't get too many from this section. I got The Tender Touch of Night by Vlad Kahany. I got Captivated by Tyranni Thomas, and then I also got Leif by Celeste Barclay. Not a lot of Viking stuff, so I picked up like one that I seemed interesting. Fantasy romance, I think I got 12. I had to jump around for fantasy romance because there were so many, and at some point I like paused on looking through the fantasy romance and I just jumped straight to like LGBT. So there's some stuff that are around here, and I hopefully I put them all in the right sections here. I got Kingdoms of Shadow and Ash by H.R. Moore. The Witch's Handbook to Magic and Mayhem by Tish Thawer. Sorry if I mispronounce names. Most of these authors are new to me. Dragon Heiress by Eve Newton. Bound by Dragons by Alisha Klapheke. I think I misspelled this author's name on my notes, but here's the title, or here's the book. Bound by Treason by Eliza Tilton. Wedded to the Warlord by Sirena Knighton. Or Contested by Cady Austin. Sea of Storms by Lindey Pogue. The Other World by C.A. Varian. The Sons of Echidna by Athena M. Bliss. This one kind of sounded to me like The Lady of Rooksgrave Manor, which is why I picked it up. That one interested me a lot. Where Shadows Lie by Allegra Pescatori. If I'm thinking of the right one, I believe this one was in the LGBT section, and looking at the cover, I think the main character has some sort of disability. I'm not looking at the cover right now, but I think if I'm thinking of the right book, it looks like she's in some sort of wheelchair, so I think it might also have some disability wrap. And then Cupcakes for My Orc Enemy by Honey Phillips. That I think is the last fantasy book according to my notes. For urban romance, I only have 3. I got Playing with Fire by A.J. Morgan, Night Tricks by Richard Amos, and Lovely Dreamer by Lindsay Murray. For paranormal romance, only got 1. I was being really picky at this moment, and I was getting really tired and my back was hurting, so I kind of skimmed through most of these. I only got 1, and that was Flint by Eva Kent. And then this morning I looked through the sci-fi romances and I picked out 5. I have Stroopwafels and Starlight by Jay Russo, Chosen by the Alien Warrior by Skylar Stone, Ruthless King by Allison Ames, Silent Lucidity by Tiffany Roberts. I think this is like a husband and wife duo. And the last book is Angar's Teacher by Jennifer Wood. That's the last book that I got as far as like the actual books that were listed on the website. Maybe a reading vlog, reading some of these would be super fun. I haven't done a reading vlog this month, so that is something that I could do. So that is something that I could do if you're like interested in. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very short, I didn't go too much into books, but that is my little haul. If you've read any of these, if you've heard of any of these authors, I'd like to hear any recommendations that you have below. I've never heard of most of these. I think I've heard of like Honey Phillips, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I will link my social medias down below, as well as some far more important links. Feel free to like, dislike, comment, or subscribe, or do neither. It's all cool with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.